Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of solving rate problems. This is 7.4D Readiness Practice, the Proficient version. If you are interested in exploring the 7.4D Readiness Practice for the intermediate or advanced versions, or the Readiness Practice resource aligned with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description. So we have an investor, bought 100 shares of stock for $20 each. And then the stock price increased to $25 per share, so that's good. So we need a percent increase. Well, all right, so the percent increase is going to be this. So we have our new price. We're going to subtract from that our original price. And when we get that, basically what we're looking for is just the change. And then we need to divide that to get a ratio or a rate for our percent increase, we divide that by our original price. So we can think of this as the change. All right, so let's look at this. New price, $25. Original price, $20 over the $20. So that's 5 over 20. So that's 1/4. So if we want to think of this as percent increase, right? So that would be 1/4 equals 25%. And that's just a standard benchmark fraction we should know. Now, so what is the total increase in the value? Well, remember, it went up. What is the increase in the value? The change is this $5. And remember, the investor bought 100 shares. So 5 times each one of the 100, that's going to be total increase of $500. Not bad. That's going to be our answer to the second part of this problem. For number 2, we have a clothing store. We have a pair of jeans that's going to be marked down twice. First $20, and then an additional 10% off the sale price. Okay, so let's take our 50 original. Let's put that right here, $50. Okay, and then first sale is going to be 20%. So I'm going to make this 0.2 so I can multiply it. And then that is going to be 0, 10, and then right there. Okay, so our first sale is $10 off. So this is our first discount. 20% makes it $10 off. Now, what is the sales price of the jeans after the first discount? Well, it's $50 minus the $10 off. And so that's going to get you your $40. So our first sale price is 40 bucks. Not bad. Now, what is the additional discount from the coupon? Remember, it's 10% off the sale price. Okay, so let's put that over here. Sale price is $40, 10% off. And so this is the coupon. And that 10%, we're going to go ahead and just make this 0.1. We're going to multiply that right there. Just make this 0.1. And that's just going to be $4. Okay, so this is the coupon off. So the additional discount from the coupon is going to be this right here, $4. Now the final price is going to be this $40 minus that $4. So we end up paying only $36 for the jeans. We had to take that 20% off and then a 10% off after the first 20% was taken off. Our third problem, planning a road trip, we have a ratio of drivers to passengers 2 to 5. So that's going to be a crowded car unless they've got some type of minivan working. 14 people going on the trip, so it definitely is some type of 15 passenger van or bus. How many drivers and how many passengers? Well, let's take our ratio here. 2 drivers to 5 passengers. I'm going to make it this fraction right here, and I want a total of 14 people. Okay, well, let's think about this. I've got two parts, and I'm going to end up making it like this. Watch this. I'm going to make a third part here, and this is going to be 14. Let's make it 7. If it's 2 and 5, right, I can kind of make it a triple ratio right here, because what I did is I just added the 2 and the 5 to get me to 7. So if there are a total of 14 people, right, so I can put this right here. 14 total. How do I get from 7 to 14? Well, if I can find my multiplier, that's going to be times 2, which means I'm going to multiply this times 2, so 10 passengers, and this times 2, 4 drivers. And let's see if that works. 4/10 reduces down to 2/5. There's 14 people, so we've got 4 drivers. So let's put this right here, 4 drivers. Let's put 10 passengers. Now, that's our first question. Put that right here. Second question states they're going to split the, wow, big gas bill. $1,050, same ratio. Okay, so basically, how much will the drivers pay in total? All right, well, there's 4 drivers. So what I could do here is I can either divide it by 14 to get my unit rate and just multiply by 4 because there's 4 drivers. I'm going to divide by 7 because that's going to be a little bit easier, and then I just multiply by 2 because in this original ratio, there are 7 total people, and 2 of them are drivers. And it's going to be the same thing as if I divide by 14, multiply by 4. So let's take my 1050. I'm going to divide by 7, and that's going to be 35. There we go, 5. And that's 35. I still need that extra 0. All right, so 150 per unit right here, and I've got 2 drivers, and I've got 5 passengers. So if I multiply that by 7, I get back to my 1050. Since there's 2 drivers, it's going to be that 150 times 2, and that's going to get me $300. So out of the 1,050, right, 2/7 of that is $300. And so I'm going to say they will pay $300 total, and that is my answer right here. If you're interested in exploring the 7.40 readiness practice for the intermediate or advanced versions, or the readiness practice free source along with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description.